Hi, welcome to the video. So today I'm going to talk about creating scale runs that don't just sound like you're running down a scale, which is very boring sounding, sounds like an exercise. So I'm going to try and make it a little more interesting by putting position shifts, direction changes, skipping notes, adding arpeggios, sequences, a bunch of different things to break up the monotony of just running down a scale. I'm going to play all three licks moving through the same scale through the same position, starting and ending in the same spot, starting at 10th position and ending at the 5th. The reason I'm putting them all through the same scale is I really want you to take these and pull what you can out of them that you like, and then create your own ideas from them. So do a scale run in the same position, but maybe take the beginning of one of the licks, the middle section of a different one, and the ending of a different one. Or any of those, just work in your own idea. So maybe use 2 or 3 ideas from one of these licks, any of these licks, and then add in 2 or 3 of your own ideas. Okay, so I'll play through them slow first, then fast, and then I will break them down a little bit more. And you can download the tab for free on my Patreon page. Link is in the description. I appreciate if any of you want to donate, because I'm not monetized, so I don't make any money off YouTube from any of these videos. So here's the first one. So that's probably the most straightforward of the 3. Second one. Third one. Okay, now I'll go and break them down. So the first one, basically, on all 3 of these, I started by ascending at least one note. And the reason being, I don't want it to be easily recognizable as just a straight scale run. So, well, it's not going to be a straight scale run then, but I don't want it to sound like that. So if I start descending, that's easily recognizable as a scale. But if I ascend one or a few notes and then descend, it kind of masks what my intention is of descending the scale run. Okay, so in the first one, I actually ascend 5 notes. But then instead of coming back, I leave this note off, which gives me a major third, which again breaks up the monotony of the scale somewhat. And then I continue to descend, but because I just did 2 strings in a row, I don't want to do much more in that because it'll start sounding like a scale too much. So at that point, I do a reverse of directions, and then descend again. I could do that same reverse, but instead I'm going to shift this time to create more variety. And then I do a direction change. And we do the same idea I just did. It's okay in that case to repeat some of these ideas because it gives some continuity. So it's basically just taking a sequence and repeating it in different spots in the scale. So here's it played again. Okay, now the second one. So this one, I'm only ascend 1 note. Then I'm actually going to create an arpeggio here, at E minor. Now you could consider this whole thing arpeggio, which would be an E minor flat 9. But because I'm keeping the root and that flat 9 and the minor 7 all together, it sounds more like a scale. Then I put that note that I skipped back in. Do a straight scale run for 3 notes here, but then instead of like the first one I shifted back, I leave that note off altogether and jump back to this note instead. And then I do a reverse of directions. And I'm going to skip 2 notes, both the G and the A, to create a sharp 4 interval. And do another skip to get down to this from here. So this is kind of a tricky part. So I'd isolate just any of these parts that give you trouble and just work them until you feel comfortable with it. So again, that one would be like this. Okay, third one. So this one I start right off the bat with a minor third, jumping forward. They run down the scale. Then I skip this note to do another minor third, and then reverse back that same minor third. Like in the first one, I do that major third jump. So I've actually done 3 thirds already in this beginning. Then I'm going to jump a minor third again. But other than that, I'm doing that same lick from the beginning right there. I actually do the same one from the beginning, from the first lick, that shifting idea. But instead I go into arpeggio now. And what I'm doing there is actually D minor arpeggio, first inversion. I'm starting on the F instead of the D. And then when I descend back the arpeggio, this is actually a minor 9 arpeggio. If I left off this note or didn't consider that, that's a D minor 7 with that N as the 9. And that's actually that same move we did up here. So again, if I do that, sounds kind of like that. Okay, so again, take these different ideas, and you can add other things such as, even if you're just doing a straight scale run, a good way to do this, I did a video on dynamics, is you can change the speed and the volume or dynamics of a even straight scale run. You know, so varying those speeds and volumes can add a lot of more melodic sound to a scale, even if you're not doing a lot of these other changes. But anyways, experiment with it, try it. If you like the video, please click like, leave any comments, subscribe, because I'm still trying to get monetized and any of that helps. So thanks for watching.